Do you realize how short life really is? There comes this moment in everyone's life when you wake up and realize, damn, this is not going to last forever. And maybe in that moment you look back and you realize that you've wasted so much peace and joy on things that really don't matter in the bigger scheme of your life. That's definitely what happened to me. Now, it doesn't matter how old you are or what your life has been like up to now. Today can be the day you make new decisions and live your life with intent, knowing that our time here is so limited and it is not to be wasted for one more second. By the end of this episode, you will have hopefully recognized plenty of things that you can adjust right now in order to live a high quality life. You can come back to this episode every day or every time you feel yourself slipping into autopilot again, just to remind yourself of what is really important. I'm Mandy, I'm a personal development coach, and I'm here to help you live a more empowered life. Let's get into it. Life is too short. It's too short never to allow yourself to just enjoy the moment out of fear that you might be missing something to worry about. Have you ever felt content in a moment and really relaxed and you were just enjoying it? And then all of a sudden this intrusive thought pops up into your mind that says, wait, I'm sure there's something wrong. I'm sure there's something I should be stressing about. Remember, right now, in this very moment, while you are watching this, you are okay. Just bring your focus here and enjoy this moment. If shit's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and you'll deal with it then. So give yourself a break from worrying every now and again and allow yourself to just experience the moments in which you are okay. As Corrie ten Boom wisely said, worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow, it empties today of its strength. Life is too short to hold back out of some fear of rejection or disapproval. There comes a point when the pain of contorting yourself to fit others' needs is worse than the pain of not being everyone's cup of tea. Remember Eleanor Roosevelt's words whenever you feel doubt. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. You'll be damned if you do, and damned if you don't. So for every person who rejects you, if there even are any, there will be someone who accepts you and admires you. So do what is right for you. Life is too short to obsess about little things you might have done wrong. If you did something that bugs you, talk about it, apologize, and get it out of the way. And most importantly, learn from it, forgive yourself, and move on. Life is too short to try and please everyone at your own expense. Ultimately, everyone is responsible for their own happiness. Give when it makes you happy and it energizes you, but stop bleeding yourself dry. Over time, your unhappiness will become the cause of unhappiness to those closest to you. So you are not doing anyone a favor, and you are not being anyone's hero by breaking yourself down in order to please others. Life is too short to try and figure out every little thing that is wrong with you. We can go down a dark hole trying to analyze and fix everything that might be wrong with us. Only tackle those things that are really blocking you or are affecting you and those around you negatively. You can waste a lot of time trying to fix things that don't really have an impact. Life is too short to hope and live only for the day when everything will be perfect. Learn to love what is today. The benchmark always moves. There's always something that isn't quite right. Guess what? If it were perfect, you wouldn't even recognize it because you need the bad to see that the good exists. The good with the bad is what makes a perfect life. It's too short to try and fit a mold that was not made for you. You know what? You are responsible for the life you live, and you are the only one who has to like it. If you're a funky shape with plenty of edges, you will just break off valuable pieces of what makes you so unique when you try to force yourself into a round shape. Be who you are, please, please. the world needs your magic. Life is too short to feel guilty about things long gone. Whatever you did in the past, you did not know then what you know now, or you weren't developed enough to know what decision to make or how to handle a situation. So please forgive yourself and let it be free. As Maya Angelou said, do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. Life is too short to stay in the same place if it is not right for you anymore. Whether it's a physical place, a job, a relationship, a belief, or a philosophy, sometimes we outgrow the mental and physical spaces we have been in for a long time. And if it's time to move on, move on. Time doesn't wait. Life is too short to wait for everything to be perfect before you follow your dreams. There are no solutions, only trade-offs, meaning things will never be perfect. It is never exactly the right moment and things rarely line up perfectly. So I would say weigh your pros and cons, look at what you're going to have to give up and what you stand to gain. And when you find that the reward is higher than the risk, go for it. Life is too short not to try something because of the possibility of failure. Never trying and never knowing what could have been is way worse. If you make a bad decision, it probably won't be the last one you'll ever be able to make. So if it turns out to be the wrong one, you'll just make a new decision after and you'll be a lot wiser for it. Life is too short not to embarrass yourself every now and again. It's good to be reminded that life is an experiment not to be taken too seriously. Learning to be okay with not being the best or the coolest every time will really build your character and it will make you a lot braver in life. Life is too short to accept limitations placed onto you by others. Please remember that no one ever knows what you are truly capable of, not even you. So how can you believe anyone who says what you can and cannot be? Never accept someone else's limiting beliefs as your own. Figure out for yourself where and how far you can go. Life is too short to hide away in fear of your light blinding someone else. We often hold back because we don't want to make others feel bad when they see our success, or because we fear that we will lose people when we allow ourselves to move to the next level. My friend, if they can't stand your fire, they're not your tribe anymore. Life is too short to wait until you are perfect to love, and more importantly, respect yourself. You can love yourself while continuously and relentlessly working on yourself every single day. Loving and respecting yourself does not come from what you achieve, but from what you have already become and the work you put in every day to become even more. Life is too short to second guess yourself at every turn. In my opinion, a poor decision made is better than a great decision not made. Only that way you'll learn. Life is too short to spend your thoughts on all that is wrong when there is so much that is right. If you add up all that is wrong in your life and all that is right, I bet you for almost everyone the list of things that are right will be longer. And even if it isn't, just as you choose to focus on what is bad, you can choose to focus on the few things that are good. And when you do that, your quality of life will increase massively. It's too short to live in fear of being alone. Learn to accept and enjoy your own company, and you'll always have a friend. Besides, there are freaking 8 billion people on this planet. Somewhere, somehow, you'll find your tribe. Life is too short to place your self-worth in someone else's hands. This point is so important to me. Never, ever give anyone the power to make you feel worthy, because giving them that power also means that they can take it away very easily and at any time. So it's so important that you work on being worthy in your own mind and by your own standards, so that you can always stand strong on your own. Life is too short to feel guilty for not doing what the experts say you should do. Constantly having this voice or these voices in your head of what you should and shouldn't do can be enough to drive you crazy, and it can actually move you away from what is actually right for you. So learn as much as you can, listen with intent, and then make up your own mind. Life is too short not to live your life to the fullest, whatever that may mean to you. Figure out what your definition of success is and run after that with all you have. And then finally, life is too short to feel bad when you stumble and fall. At least stumbling means that you have actually been moving. So you are still better off than the person who is standing still, way too terrified to move. If you fall, why not lie down and enjoy the beautiful sky for a moment? Take a breather, relax a little, and when you're ready again, get up and get going. One day, when you are on your deathbed, will you feel bad for having tried to live life to the fullest, even if that meant failing and taking a few wrong turns? Or will you regret it when you look back and see that there are so many things that you left untouched out of fear of what you could have lost? It is now time to let go of all that fear, or at least accept that it is a natural part of life sometimes and just live it anyway. It is time now to jump in and go for it and soak up all the moments that life has to offer. Let go, jump in, and you'll be living an empowered life. Thank you for watching and listening. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll catch you again in the next episode. Bye.